Reacher Season 3 is based off of Persuader by Lee Child. This book is considered one of the better Reacher novels, and it's the only one written in the first person. I've read most of the Reacher books up to Blue Moon. I haven't read that one, but then it got taken, and now he co-writes them with his son. So I only read the original, I don't know, 15 to 20 books. So I was excited to watch this one. This is Reacher Undercover. At the beginning of the series, he's in a small town and he's selling some records when there's an attempted kidnapping of a local youngster named Richard. And Reacher accidentally kills a cop and has to go on the lam. However, Richard says his father will give him money and a new identity if he continues to sort of protect him. And Reacher ends up being ingratiated into this little rug carpet salesman sort of operation, which it obviously is not rug carpets, it's something else. But basically Reacher is undercover because he has to try to find a CI named Teresa, who disappeared and is still being kept there for a mysterious reason. Honestly, they had to make some changes. Persuader is an interesting book. It was written and published in 2003, so it's a little bit dated. So they changed about the third of the last book of the book, right? Basically, essentially, Reacher is undercover. He's got to keep his sort of cover intact. He's got a phone in his shoe. He has to do odd jobs for this Zachary guy and all of his suspicious head of security, and there's other goons there, especially Paulie. Paulie is a fan favorite because he's like a bigger guy than Reacher. He's a huge guy, and in the book, their fight is not very suspenseful, and the show does a way better job of having a finale. So that final fight between Paulie and Reacher is pretty much one of the highlights of the series so far. A huge knockout, drag-out fight that reminded me of The Quiet Man, or something almost cartoonish at times, how long the fight goes on for, but it's pretty sweet. The rest of the series is okay. There's a lot of build-up and a little bit of stuff going on with Reacher having to deal with other henchmen that sort of get in his way, and then they introduce an old enemy of Reacher's that's sort of taken over this criminal outfit. So that's why Reacher's there, and he's got some help from some rogue DEA agents. They basically messed up in a sort of paperwork thing, so their case got thrown out, so they're doing this without permission, even at the cost of their careers. So there's plenty of action and thrills, and I think it all comes down together, and the last episode essentially has the most action, the best stuff going on. They didn't make a lot of major changes, so anyone who's a super fan of the book, pretty much the third part of the book is all gone. So there's no Reacher getting trapped by them and being shoved into the ocean. There's no quick short fight. The mother's taken out of the series. A few other major changes too, but they remain faithful to some parts of the book. They couldn't put it into the series, so they put it in another way. So there's a giant M60 gun that's still there. And there's a mention of Richard being picked on by Paulie that's in the book, that's alluded to in the series, so they don't skip too many of the things. Also, really great performance from Anthony Michael Hall. They seem to be grabbing a lot of 80s and 90s superstars and their golden years, and he has a great job. There's a great sort of little emotional story going on with him and Richard, which I really like. There's a lot of Russian roulette and suspenseful moments, other twists and turns. So it's an action-packed season, very solid, way better than the second season. And the next season, I believe, will be adapting Gone Tomorrow, one of my favorites of the book series. So I'm excited for that, and that's my thoughts on Reacher Season 3.